Man, it's been a long time since the tail end of 2017 when Disney first announced that they wanted to acquire the 20th Century Fox Entertainment assets, or I should say 21st Century Fox Entertainment assets. That's so difficult for me to come out and think that is 21st century, but whatever. The point is, they first originally pitched the concept of a buyout of about 50 billion. I think it was around 53 billion, somewhere in there. And then Comcast had to rear its ugly head, come in and go, no, we want it too, guys. We totally want it too. We totally want it. Only because of the AT&T Warner Brothers merger that was going to happen. Comcast wanted it on that deal simply because of that. And so they artificially inflated the bid, got it to 71.3 billion that Disney offered to pay. Rupert Murdoch going like, "Ooh, yeah, rub the nips, you know." And then of course, as soon as the Trump administration decided that they wanted to kind of get in the middle of the whole thing involving Time Warner and AT&T merger, Comcast pulled the hell out of that deal. So now it's been a while, and as of today, it's complete. The Disney Fox acquisition has been completed, announces 21st Century Fox, saying here in a statement, 21st Century Fox announced that it has today completed the distribution of all issued and outstanding shares, Fox Corporation common stock, to 21st Century Fox stockholders, no other or other than holders of the shares of by subsidiary, screw it. Fox Class A common stock. Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to read that because I should have read that beforehand. But the point is, it's a done deal, right? And at this point, what that means is that Alita is kind of a Disney princess now through publishing rights. James Cameron owns the rights entirely to that film-wise, but through distribution, Fox has got it. So she's kind of a half princess, a step princess, if you will. But there's a lot of that crap. I mean, X-Men have now come home. All like 600 of those characters have now come home. Deadpool has now come home. Fantastic Four has now come home. And ultimately, in this side of the commentary side of things on the internet, talking about movies, this is quite literally all anyone cared about. Now, if you were a shareholder of 21st Century Fox, you probably made out like a damn bandit off of this, depending on how many shares you had. My biggest complaint from all of this ultimately boils down to the fact that so many people are reportedly going to lose their jobs. It's been estimated that about 4,000 people are going to end up ultimately losing their jobs as a whole over this. And I feel that that's bad. I know Disney's going to want to come in and do their own thing and play with their brand new shiny $71 billion toy, but it's going to come at a human cost that I'm not a gigantic fan of. What I hope is that there are other positions that open, because Fox is still going to have to run a studio. This is not like, you have Walt Disney Company up here, Fox, Walt Disney Studios. So they're vertical to each other. They answer to the parent company, but Fox doesn't answer to Walt Disney Studios. So that basically means like Alan Horn, as far as I can tell at this point, is like no sway over at Fox. But Fox has lost the license in order to play around in the Marvel universe, which basically means then Fox is going to work with Marvel Studios underneath Walt Disney Studios in order to then get access to some of those characters like Deadpool and X-Force and things like that, or maybe Blade or whatever else they're planning in regards to trying to get the more adult themed stuff. I would argue that when at this point, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke, Cage and Iron Fist come back, and maybe even the Punisher, that will all probably be done under the Fox banner. And from there, it's going to be very interesting to see how they make it work. The key here is it's home. It's under one roof entirely. And that, of course, is going to then play into the Disney Plus strategy. Now, the Disney Plus strategy, I keep seeing people say, oh, they're going to put like New Mutants on Disney Plus. No, they're not, because Disney Plus is not going to run that type of content. New Mutants was made as an R-rated horror film. They were going to go do reshoots to make it PG-13, to soften it up a little bit. But it was shot as a horror movie. It was shot as an R-rated horror film. That's not going to Disney Plus. That's going to go to Hulu. And I assume that a lot of the other adult themed content that's going to come out of the Marvel side of things is going to go to Hulu as well, because now Disney owns 60% of that, and they're currently talking with Warner's to acquire their 10% stake in Hulu, because Warner Media is looking to create their own streaming service with all of their movies on it. Again, we're coming into this a la carte thing where people are going to have like 15 or 20 streaming services that they pay monthly for, and it's going to be a real interesting marketplace. But that being said, what we're seeing here is a situation that's going to change the landscape of entertainment as we know it. Lisa Simpson is now considered a Disney princess, however weird that's going to be. However, The Simpsons is going to go forward after this is going to be very fascinating to see. My prediction for The Simpsons is that at the end of this current contract that's up, they're going to cancel it because Disney will make more money through syndication rights and everything else and streaming than they will having it be made with new episodes, paying out the extreme costs to the cast on the show that's been around for 30 years. I mean, they make a lot of goddamn money, like a lot of goddamn money that Nancy Cartwright just keeps giving away to the Scientology church. But whatever, there's a lot that's going to be changing in the next couple months. There's a lot that's going to keep us talking in the next couple months. And that to me is quite fascinating. That to me is quite interesting. And I'm very curious to see where things go next, because we're in this new age. We're in an absolute new age, and whatever comes is going to be insane. And arguably, I'm not going to lie when I say this, I can't freaking wait.